Yeah. It's for the healers. It's for the thinkers. It's for the men and women trying to love again. Scarberian Queens. Tanya 23 experience. Yummy Bula, let's talk. Scarberian Queens, we bringing truth to the scene. Not just opinions, we building solutions and dreams. From pain to purpose, yeah, we breaking old routines. Trying to heal black love, men and women in between. Scarberian Queens, let the ancestors speak. Motherly laws bring the village back to the streets. We ain't here to fight, we here to teach and to reach what we can rise together. Soul to soul, heart to beat. It's the Tanya 23 experience, voice of the mothers. Trying to stop us from seeing each other as enemies, brothers. Some of us hurt, some of us tired. Some of us only know survival, not desire. I seen mamas cry, I seen aunties pray. I seen grandmas hold the family together every day. So why we forget where the love comes from? Why we treat each other like we already done? We here to remind you, not judge your pain. Not point fingers, but break them chains. Men need nurture, women need respect. And both need healing, not toxic effects. Scarberian Queens, we bringing truth to the scene. Not just opinions, we building solutions and dreams. From pain to purpose, yeah, we breaking old routines. Trying to heal black love, men and women in between. Scarberian Queens, let the ancestors speak. Motherly laws bring the village back to the streets. We ain't here to fight, we here to teach and to reach where we can rise together. Soul to soul, hard to beat, Yummy Bula in the building, yeah, I'm talking that real. We ain't bashing nobody, we tryna heal. Men been carrying weight, women carrying pain. Everybody guarded, everybody strained, but deep down we all wanna be safe. Wanna be loved, wanna breathe, wanna lay our heads straight. Every man remembers that nurturing touch. Whether it was mama, auntie, or somebody who loved them enough. That energy don't make you weak, it make you strong. It's the reason you get up and keep moving on. We gotta stop thinking the worst of each other. Start listening again like sisters and brothers. This ain't gossip, this is guidance, this ain't drama, this is science. Trauma lives in the body, but love is defiance. We can rewrite stories, we can shift the tone, but it start with truth when we come back home. Yeah, we ain't perfect, but we honest. Trying to teach accountability and conscience. Trying to show you how to love without armor. Not every woman is trauma in the form, bruh. Not every man is danger or threat. Not every woman trying to get what she could get. We talking balance, we talking rules. We talking healing, not viral abuse. We ain't here for clicks, we here for change. Scarberian Queens, yeah, we shifting the game. Scarberian Queens, 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 Queens. Scarberian Queens, we bringing truth to the scene. Not just opinions, we building solutions and dreams. From pain to purpose, yeah, we breaking old routines. Trying to heal black love, men and women in between. Scarberian Queens, let the ancestors speak. Motherly laws bring the village back to the streets. We ain't here to fight, we here to teach and to reach where we can rise together. Soul to soul, heart to beat. This is the Scarberian Queens podcast, where healing is the message, truth is the medicine, and love is the mission. With Tanya 23.
Yes. Peace and love.
Yes, peace and love, family.
Can you hear me, sis?
I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Salute, salute. I can hear you, Yami.
Yes.
We got Moniz is in the building.
Moniz and Ronnie Dwight
Salute.
is in the building. Salute, family. Yes, Bill.
Yep. And we got, back up. I'm trying to back up. We got brother Ronnie Dwight. Salute. He was the first one in the chat tonight, so he gets the extra gunshots. He got extra ammunition, y'all. Oh, that just happened. I'm trying to turn it off. It keeps going.
Oh, the sound effects.
Peace, 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 peace to everyone. Y'all ready for part 3? Are y'all ready for part 3? Oh my goodness.
Ready.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up tonight, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's do this information.
Yeah, him and her.
we were going to finish our journey to the infamous Vatican again and just wrap up there, because me and Yami were talking and we were like, Karen doesn't have any time to be messing around with us. Did y'all see the thumbnail? Hold on. Let me see if I can share our thumbnail. Because, man, she should not be worried about us. Can y'all see that?
Yep. We are not her enemy.
Okay. We are not Karen's problem.
Right.
And we thought about it. We've never been her problem. Yeah.
No.
He's always been a problem, and she always trying to take it out on us. Most of the time. There are rare occasions.
You can't. A woman can't beat a man. So who else? Who's the next victim?
That's what they say, you know. Unless he's a regular guy and she's a trained MMA fighter, he might get clapped up, you know.
That's not
but you know, regularly, right? Allegedly, you know, that's the case. But yeah, so we're not having it. So our plight tonight is to finish proving why she should take her focus off of us and worry about the children.
Yeah, she got to take care of home first.
You know,
she got to deal with that headache.
Absolutely. And we have our audio here ready. So oops. That together, boom, back, boom, turn that up. And let me get back to do.
I am Dr. Juanita Landford.
Come on, commercials. Okay.
Transmits its knowledge genetically and generationally. Yeah, there it is, right there on the road.
Can y'all hear that?
So this larger image here is one of the images that was released by the FBI. Here's an exact copy of the image that was released by the FBI.
I'm going to show it. Hold on. Let me get to where are they? 4810. I'm going to just, you know, scroll through the images as they speak. And share. Boom, bap, bip. Okay, let me see if I can make that bigger. Can I make that bigger? Nope. Oh yeah, it did get bigger. Hey. Damn it. It went somewhere else. Okay. All right. Let's go.
Right here. Obviously, I want you to look at this logo here, the two hearts. This is the Walls ice cream logo. Let's stop cutting the crap here. Hands inside hands, hearts inside hearts. These are all identifying symbols. And you have this blatantly.
It's in all kinds of corporate logos. Also, like the Google symbol is the 666. There's the other one is the Mason. It's like an apron. It looks like an envelope. That's another one.
Okay.
And actually, if you're on the Vatican, can you find a picture of the Vatican auditorium?
Yep, I sure can. I just want to show you this one. You may not have seen this. How's this for a Disney character for you? Let me just get a little closer for you there, Max.
It's a little behind, but these are the other symbols.
The symbols all over his body.
Here.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep.
Wild. Right, the Vatican. What would you like me to Google? The Vatican.
That is a sun symbol.
See if you can get a picture
a symbol
from
of the
a
sun.
distance and then right up close, and I'll point out a couple of things there. I actually have a seminar I've done on the Vatican if people want to go on my website and watch it, where I have a lot of these pictures, but I'm sure it's easy to pull up.
She's talking about
see if
this
you can find a
I want it now for you.
Vatican auditorium.
Okay.
Hold on.
So
There we go. Now we're
it's
on
not
point.
really giving me
We got the
I'm not
audio,
gonna
but
lie.
I'm showing this.
Okay.
We're right on
Mine-
target.
Hang on. You're subject to my 5-year-old spelling capabilities, Max. That's one thing that's a little slow this time, just a little bit. Just tell us where you're going with this whilst I look for it. So it might just take me a second. So just give me a second.
So if you enter the auditorium and you're looking at it from the back, it's a serpent head. The fangs are on each side of the stage.
Okay, I think I found it. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Is it this thing?
Yes.
Okay, because makes a lot of sense. I mean, I'm looking at it right now.
Hold
It
on,
wasn't
let me
until
get
you
to
said
it.
it looks like a serpent. I was like, it must be this thing.
There it is.
Wow.
Now, if you can find another one where the Pope is sitting in his chair, it's the inside there, and see what's behind him.
Oh wow!
It's
No way is that what's behind him. Okay.
See the serpent face?
you can pull that one up. There
The
should be a
eyes.
closer one where you can go. So what you're seeing in the little box, there's one that shows you the backdrop.
Okay, I got you. I'm on a journey of being triggered by
Look at
what
that.
I'm finding as you're telling me, Max. Okay, so just bear with me. So here's the one you're talking about, right? So
Yes.
you can see this now. Still looks it looks quirky, right? We've definitely got some eyes here. We've definitely got some fangs here. This definitely looks like a big evil face. Okay, 100%. Can't get any worse though, right, Max? It's not like we're going to zoom in here and there's going to be some weird stuff, right? Because what's this? What is going on here?
Now bring that a little closer. Okay, so that's supposed to be Jesus. If you can, first of all, that's completely demonic. If you can get close to the head, what you will see is a human face going to the left of the picture and a reptile face going to the right, which looks like this hair. But if you can zoom in.
100%. 100%. Like I'm not being funny. You could convince yourself that there's a human face here and that this is wind, hair blowing. That is not Jesus' face. You might think this is beard blowing or whatever, but that is mad. What is all this? This is skulls and scary faces.
Exactly.
That looks like a big spinal column. And there he is. Look at the Pope. Just sat there. He's tiny. Look at the size of this.
Yep. There it is. In plain sight, as it all is. When you have eyes to see, they're telling you. See, I want to explain something to you. Per universal law, see this, as you alluded.
Said that there is a face coming off the side, right?
Yeah.
Well, what if we rotate this?
Okay, so I quit my job and started buying single family because I didn't know you could buy multifamily. So I started buying single family.
So now you
Right.
have to skip the ad that's just showing on the screen.
Is it more sound now?
Yeah, the sound is there, but then now we're watching an ad.
Oh yeah, no,
All right, there it goes.
okay. Let me know. Can y'all hear now?
We bring it up here.
Okay, yeah. Now.
Okay.
We zoom in on this stick here and we just start playing around with these colors. That is in a completely different skull. I don't even know what that is, but that is some scariness coming off there.
It's a reptilian.
It's some scariness. I'm down with it being reptilian. I can actually see the big eye socket here, the lower jaw. You could even argue that they've got reference to the third eye just here. Wow.
Well, they have reference to the third eye on the staff of the Pope, it's symbolized by a pine cone. So they know the importance of the third. There's also a big pine cone sculpture in the courtyard in the Vatican Museum. So the third eye, here's 4 things that when they work in tandem, completely calcify the pineal.
Okay.
Fluoride, glyphosate, aluminum, and Wi-Fi.
Glyphosate, did you say?
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that?
Love it.
She said it was 4 things that was really affecting us. And I wanted to run it back just a second.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I didn't go back too far.
Where the Pope is sitting in his chair, it's the inside there, and see what's behind him.
Oh, wow.
It's,
No way is that what's behind him. Okay. Like
she's getting to it, y'all.
There should be a where you can go. So what you're seeing in the little box, there's one that shows you the backdrop.
Okay, I got like dimensional eyeball in your brain. I mean, it sounds, for those of you who maybe live rigorously within the known science of what muggles get spoon-fed, this is all true. I'm a massive, my third eye's open. I'm very much on the upload and download scale of all of this. What would you say to people who want to believe and want proof of all this? Like, what would you say? Because we are all capable of this, Max, right? And it's great to sit and talk about the control and all of this, but how can we help people turn the corner with this? Because I like to give people homework when I have somebody like you on. And a big shout out to Danny Henderson. Danny Henderson just dropped me a message there. A big shout out to her. Love a bit of Danny Henderson. Make sure you guys are checking out GSIC as well. That's happening this year. I will be there.
Yeah, I'll be speaking there on the Vatican. So.
Right, exactly. I will just be in the audience, just to be clear. When I say I'll be there, I'm not bigging myself up. I'm going there as a massive Danny Henderson follower. Okay, big shout out Danny Henderson. So
she's an amazing person, and she puts on the most profound and deep and everyone should go. Absolutely.
100%. So big shout out Danny. She's a freaking badass, right? So, and she's a real deal. She's a real deal. So yeah, big shout out to you, Danny, and we'll see you there. So listen, again, and I'm sorry, I get all over the place, because when I meet an individual like yourself, the survivor stories and all of this, they're important to share. But there's this layer, right? There's this layer I feel is almost as important, which is to make people understand that they're capable, okay, of so much more, okay? Not that it takes anything away from the survivor story. It's just, it almost puts a positive outcome and a positive spin on the harrowing and just traumatic events that have taken place, where people can almost feel like they're contributing to beating this system.
Yes. So one of the things that the global cult is afraid of is that we will remember who we are, that we will reconnect to all of who we are, the multidimensional aspects. Hence, they have done everything to poison the pineal, but also to poison our minds. Religion makes you feel small and guilty, and that you're nothing, and that something else. The Savior program's a big one.
Peace to Dissect. Welcome, welcome, welcome. One moment for the gunshots. Thank you for coming through and blessing the podcast. Here we go.
Jesus is going to come back and save us. Pleiadians are going to land a spaceship and save us. Trump is going to save us. It's all to disempower and to sever us from who we really are. They're very afraid of that. So, I mean, what I would say is, number one, heal your trauma, because trauma is where so there really are demonic entities, and there's a negative dark AI that has created this matrix overlay over us, right? And that AI, their technology is much more advanced. I saw what they had in the 70s, right? Which isn't even out today. So this machine can actually pull thoughts into our minds, emotions into us, And the way in is through the wounding. So if you heal your trauma, then you're no longer have like somewhere for that hook to hook onto. See, they know very well the human psychology. So the human brain is structured such that if you're in danger, your prefrontal cortex and indeed your whole cortex shuts down, and only your so-called reptilian, that's on accident brain, and your limbic brain, you in a situation of real danger of survival, it takes too many seconds to think about a solution, so your brain defaults to reacting, fight or flight, right? So they know this. So why are they always pumping fear out there to us? It's to take the thinking, rational, critical thinking part of the brain offline. So one thing to do is to heal your traumas so that you're not always in fear, because you're not thinking at that point and you're not choosing your response, you're reacting. They always want us in activity because that's how they control us. So if you do your inner...
I might get canceled for saying this.
Sorry, y'all. Let me turn this down while it's commercial. Go ahead. But I was going to stop it anyway, because that's where we stop and make a separation. When you hear our community talk about healing and trauma and whatnot, it is directly versed and a product of the Caucasians' relationship with us. That is our trauma 100%. In some way, like a tree, the bark is the trauma and all the branches are the different categories of trauma. But yeah, so that's where we stop. And as far as Karen goes, she needs to stop and take her own advice, because she's healing from one thing, being abused and essayed and everything that she admitted happened to her. But that is different than our plight and what our ancestors experienced. Trauma is true, but there are different types of trauma. Everything that she has to deal with is not going to help me because I didn't go through what she went through. But with everything that she can say, I can pick out of the history of my people where they went through that and then some, And so at that point, you ask yourself about, she's talking about healing and trauma. The advice that she is giving is the same exact advice that our healers say to us. We need to spend time in nature, get our diets together, practice, admission and release. That's, shadow work, they call it. All these different tools that we have to relieve our trauma. But at the end of the day, we do all those things. There's one thing there: the unresolved trauma of the relationship between the Caucasian and us here in this country. Y'all are the ones, and then when I say y'all, I mean the Caucasian and every branch of such. What we would like y'all to do is stop being accountable. Let's create that word. Being accountable. Because you want everybody to be compassionate, forgiving, and mercy, and all of these things towards whatever your plight is with you and your people. But it has been off the backs of African Americans, or what you want to call them, Native Americans, whatever y'all want to call yourself, the ones that was born here. You see? And so until you make yourself accountable for that. I mean, your holiday and this and that. And then every time you turn around, you have somebody that is reversing whatever civil rights that was worked for in the first place, because it's benefiting everybody else except who it was created for. And perhaps once that, what you say, like that kitchen drawer gets cleaned out, then maybe the real recipients can begin to receive. We'll just have to stay tuned for that one. But as far as their trauma, we've already seen before us that they have been forgiven and they didn't have any accountability. Nobody went to jail. Nobody went to prison. The priests kept their jobs. They kept their pensions. They got shipped around to be in the presence of other people and their children. And they have their own government and all of this. Listen.
Yeah, they're never going to admit, they're never going to take accountability because most of them don't admit that it happened.
Exactly.
So and
that is the very
if they keep up this front that, we got it from the mud up and you have to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Yeah, they're never going to take accountability for it. So
but see, this is the thing.
We have to we got to get it in blood.
That's what it seems.
We have a troll in the chat.
We have working with us.
We have a troll in the chat, Tanya.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that DC tack.
Let's see.
DC tack. What the fuck that is? A whole troll.
Okay.
He said that they just.
I have a choice.
They don't see us as humans.
Let's play with him like a little rat.
Yeah.
The rat that he is.
A little mouse.
And we don't have any reasons to disrespect anybody, but now we do. So now, at Disittack, are you two spooks on drugs? Well, it takes one to know one, and you must be on drugs, or your mother was on drugs when she had you. Now, let's go over here.
So yeah,
all
first.
Right, what else you got to say, idiot? You are obsessed.
Yeah, first
with
he said
what white people think about you.
Yeah,
no, we are obsessed with what you don't think about your damn self. That is the problem. Y'all are walking around with these thoughts that are not reality, but it's okay. You never have to agree with us, but you will. They
already know what it is. They know they're guilty.
You will pay.
They walk around with the guilt. And that's why they're so scared, because they think that that one day we're going to retaliate. That's why they're so scared, and they making all
that is where the fear, right? That is where the fear
can't have shit. They trying to regulate everything and keep an eye on everything. I
just timed out, or did I ban him? I didn't mean to ban him because I need somebody to go off on.
You banned him.
Yeah, I think I banned him. Troll.
Yeah, you banned him. You banned him.
He's lucky I don't. I would have went off on him.
No, don't let him get to you.
This is the
Scarberian
Queens podcast. We can chop your head off and still be a queen. We are warrior queens, Scarberians.
Yes, because we got goons.
Come over here with we got something for you to sack or whatever.
We got goons to take care of that. We don't lower ourselves to the trolls. The trolls live under the bridge. We don't lower. We don't go low. Definitely. Done. To the face.
To the dome. Don't play with us. We are queens. We're not getting ready to fluff our hair and move it out of place, and none of my
listen, he ain't getting under our skin at all. He could have
got a Momise. Momise is on the scene. What he say? We good, bro.
Yo, so he was coming at our poopy.
We over here with the full clip rolling.
First, he said, okay, let me see. He said, oh yeah, you removed it. All of
Oh,
his
okay.
comments.
Darn. I can't get un. Oh well.
He
I
was
guess
saying that
he's
how we
good.
obsessed and that they don't consider us humans.
Oh wow, that I didn't see that comment.
Yeah, I
You
was reading it.
did after
That's
I
why
got
I
rid of them.
replied that way. I'm like, he said, "Are you two spooks on drugs?" And then that's
Yeah,
why
I
I
asked him if
replied,
his
"Are
mama was
you
on
on
drugs.
drugs?" That's why, yeah, if you see my comment, it says, "Are you on drugs?"
His mother was on drugs when she had him.
Oh man, yeah. And
Absolutely.
then he said something else. He was like how they don't consider us humans and that we obsess with them. And I'm like, yo, you're sadly mistaken, troll. Yeah, that's what I
Yes,
said.
I see. You're sadly mistaken. Troll the fact that you're on drugs. Here's the comments here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely was in contact
That's
from the womb.
what a keyboard a gangster keyboard gangster. Whatever. However you
Yeah.
say it.
Keyboard troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for those out there that are listening that may not want to get in the troll or may disagree and different things like that, it is fine to disagree. Just be respectful, and because over here what you dish out is what you're going to receive, but we'll
You
always be
goddamn right.
Scarberian queens.
Ain't
But
no
one of
punks
these
over here. You
swords,
want
these
to get
swords
that?
in this
You want to get this
crown
work?
is to be used, you know. And so that's how correction takes place. All of y'all know about the Department of Corrections. Well, we got a sort of Department of Corrections over here.
Yeah,
It's
see,
the
and that's the whole thing. They have
we're
all of these
cosmic
systems
queens.
behind them that they feel that they could talk shit to us. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
But
So
we sit here and
he's
be
putting
queens, and then
his
the
fat
universe takes
stink.
care of you. You go and stub your toe, fall, break your neck, or something's gonna take care of it. So
Yeah,
know that when you come over here with the disrespect, it's gonna
it's not gonna
boomerang right
happen.
back.
Yeah, his fat stinking ass is sitting behind his fucking computer, jerking off, wishing for some black punani. And he's mad that nobody wants him, not even his the white girls
Not
want him.
even his own mama wants him no
Right,
more.
right.
She can't deal with his stupid self.
Whatever the fuck he thinking, he's irrelevant in this whole
Exactly.
situation
He's
because
probably a
not even
child
the
that
elites. He's a poor
he's
white.
probably a Catholic child.
He's a poor white. He's
Poor
not even
child.
like a thought to the elites. So fuck him.
He was either one of the ones in that cup of BLOOD.
He's a waste of air. He's a waste of good air. Okay? He's a poor white.
Momi says, our people cannot heal because we still believe that the main three Abrahamic religions are based in truth and justice. It's not, though. Absolutely the truth. That is the main thing. They could have their practices all day long. If you participate in it, that is where the crap comes in. What you say, Yami?
Momise is crazy. So look, he said, wow, how dare you heathen speaking against divinity? And then he said, damn, Yami, put the 300 blackout away.
Oh, yeah, we got so many clips over here. It's not even funny all day. And the thing is, it's mind over matter. We have these sound effects, but, we'll leave that for another show. We're going to have to get into some metaphysics at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
We just have to, we know that the trolls are going to be coming in,
Oh, yeah. We're big girls, though. We got our big girl pants
we got
on.
thick
Our
skin.
big girl
We've been
skirts,
having thick skin. All the fuck shit that they've been, trying to dish out to us, like, it doesn't faze me. It doesn't faze you. Like they're corny. They mad corny. They corny at this point.
Yeah,
Like
mad
really,
corny. Poo
y'all are
putt
so whack.
ass people.
They don't have any culture. That's why they come
Yeah,
in,
he
they
didn't have
lie,
anything to
they
do. He ended
kill,
up in
they
our chat. We must
destroy.
be popping, y'all.
Yeah, they
Hey,
lie, they
hey.
destroy, they kill, and they what's the last one? They okay, lie, steal, kill, and destroy.
And destroy.
Things
Yeah.
that they do all the time.
Yes.
They've been doing it since
Yep.
Yakub created them in the lab somewhere.
That story has proven itself.
Yo, he's just mad that they're about to die off in 2040. You dig? So
There's an acronym that the Nation of Gods and Earth has for what is it? Peace. So peace is power and what does it say? PEA. Always correct error. Power and reputation. Always correct error. No, it's repetition. Wait, hold on. Let me get it right, y'all. Because it's a nice little acronym. And I thought I had it written down properly. Here we go. Let's see.
Yeah, get it. Oh yeah, I wanted to bring something up.
Yeah, it's peace. Peace and education. No, power and education always corrects error. That's true. And it's peace. PEACE. Power and education always corrects error. Peace to the nation of gods and earths. At least they have some sort of structure, positive structure for the community. If they actually would follow their little lessons and whatnot, the community could thrive and survive. That's facts. Yeah. That was a nice offshoot that they took from the nation, the other one over there. If anything, that little faction right there, they really tried to do the thing, you know. Yeah. Shout out to the Nation of Gods and Earths.
Yes. But yeah, I wanted to say something when they had that symbol up on the lion. They had those triangle symbols.
Yeah, let me get it up.
That's
Am I
called,
still sharing?
Yeah, you still have but you still have it up. That symbol, it represents the NAMBLA. That's the North American Man-Boy Love Association. Did you ever hear about that?
These ones here, yeah, I think that's what they were saying.
Let me
What
see.
you talking about? Oh man, it's commercial.
Oh, it's it was that triangle that was in, it was a future. Yes.
Yeah, this one.
Those triangles.
Yeah. So look at that when y'all see that, y'all.
So it's called NAMBLA, and it's the North American Man Boy Love Association. It was founded in 1978, and it includes the Pedophile Information Exchange (PI)
now
in the UK.
We have to say pedophile on here, but go ahead.
Yeah. I forgot pedo. And then it has the Childhood Sensuality Circle (CSC) and the Renee Guyon Society. They're all PDF files advocacy organizations. So yeah, it's really disgusting. And NAMBLA was created. It was founded in New York and San Francisco, and it advocates for the removal of age of consent laws.
Yeah, if we keep listening, they're gonna get to the group, that very group you're talking about. They were lobbying to for ages 4 years old to be able to have relations with children 4 years old and up. 4 years old. Yeah. What?
They're disgusting.
Don't tell me you can't, not to watch your children, man.
Listen,
wild.
and that what is it called? The Talmud that Unc be talking about all the time.
It says that in there.
They said that
that they can marry a
For
4-year-old, I believe.
4-year-olds
Yeah, yeah.
can be touched by them.
That
Ill.
is crazy, yo.
Ill. And that
is part
piece
of the
garbage
religion.
that was
Like,
in
that's
here,
part
he's
of.
part of that. That poor white, he's a part of that. He's disgusting.
Right. And
People
all
watching.
of these men have wives and whatnot.
Yes. Yeah. And children too. They have children at home, but they do this to other
Yeah, well, if we keep listening,
other
she
races
talks
of
about
children.
how they breeded the children just for that. Let's see. Yeah,
Right.
Babylonian Talmud.
Don't they
Let's
have
just-
sex through a
all
sheet or something
together
like
for
that?
yourself. And that's how you will raise
Just
your
hold on. I'll be right
consciousness.
back, Tanya.
Okay. All right.
Through religions,
I got
okay,
you
and that's
about
not
to hear you.
me criticizing Jesus.
Thing on the planet to raise the next generation. Is it to speak out and whistleblow like I'm doing? Is it to, create a different kinds of movies that are actually nourishing rather than programming you? I mean, whatever it is, there's so much we can do, and we can do it.
Yeah.
They're scared of that.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, there's a couple of questions I'd like to ask you. There's a couple of points from the side chat I want to clarify. The first thing I'd like to clarify, when we talk about the Catholic Church and we talk about the Western world and what we would see as Westerners as the dominant religions, that's why a lot of this filters through that particular religion, right? Because there's an individual who's asking in the side chat, is it all religions or are we just singling out the Catholic Church? Well, it's all a facade. The Catholic Church and all of the other off-sided of the sort of Jesus crew religions, okay, and that's not me criticizing Jesus or any of you guys who follow that side of things at all. It's a facade. When we're talking about the grassroots pastor, okay, from your hometown, there's a good chance he's probably not involved in this. All right, could be, okay. But when we're talking about the upper echelons, it's this epicenter that's being used because it's the historically dominant force that has come to power religiously. So it's at the epicenter of it all. Now, I just want to say, that doesn't mean that the Catholic Church is innocent. The Catholic Church has made some of the biggest and most historical payouts in the last 5 years in America for historical abuse cases that are horrific, okay? They're not what Max is talking about. They're good old-fashioned grassroots PDF monsters that are local. They're milkmen and teachers and all of the people involved with the church, okay? When Max said earlier that the politicians, they're the only face, they're the bottom of the ladder of this because they're the public face of it, okay? So whereas we see the world that they're the top of the ladder, this is the bottom rung. The people that we see as the most powerful are the bottom rung. And they hide behind these institutes. They hide behind these puppets that they have. So don't feel like we're victimizing your religion. Your religion was a victim long before this podcast started. And it's something that you, as a practitioner of that, need to come to terms with. That's how I feel.
Yeah, and no.
If you've ever been hesitant of ordering contacts online, that used to be me until I started using 1-800.
Well, absolutely. But what religion gets right is that we have a connection to the divine. There's divinity in us. It's that spark of life, right? But what Satanism does is it takes everything real. The best formula for mind control is to take some truth and then add some distortion and then they repackage it and they put it out. So in my view, from what I have experienced and from what I have studied, Jesus, who I call Yeshua, did live, was a real human. He was a freedom figure. He came here to fight Satanism. He did not like religion. He was Jewish. He did not like religion. He disavowed it, okay? He taught how to achieve that high consciousness I'm talking about. He was able to perform miracles, but they're not miracles. We all actually can develop these abilities. So he was able to manifest, for example, many loaves of bread from one. That's actually doable once we get to that level. So he had achieved a certain mastery. He studied in Tibet, in Egypt, in India. He taught how to develop yourself, how to save yourself. And so what did they do? So the Bible was written 325 years after he died. It was commissioned by Emperor Constantine because the Roman Empire was fraying at the edges, and a religion to unify it was a good idea.
Mhm.
But most of Jesus' teachings didn't make it into the Bible. They cherry picked what they put in there. So they took a real person who came as a freedom fighter, and they inverted his message into one of obedience and control. And think about this. They took this man, and what's the symbol that people worship? It's him tortured and dead on a cross. That's not an accident.
Yeah.
Okay?
Allow me. Where she said, them worshiping him dead on a cross. Some churches have just the cross because that means they're not acknowledging a resurrection when he's dead on the cross. So when you see people and he got the Jesus hanging on the cross, they might understand the resurrection, but that piece, which is an amulet, we're going to talk about pieces that we wear, what they actually mean for us, and symbols and what they are, why they're so important. But yeah, that's what that means. That's fire that she said that.
I actually raised that point a couple of months ago in a podcast, because I've always asked this question. The God at the center of the Christian faith, he's kind of famous for being very kind of, you make your own decisions. It's all about the free will and not interfering. Well, it all kind of falls apart for me because was it Mary's free will to have that baby? I don't think it was. I think he made a decision that he was going to impregnate that girl with his son, and then decided to make no more interfering on the evils of the world. It's a lot for me it's a lot to unpack when day one of your
our people got to get it together fast, yo. Fire, son. Fire.
Yeah,
faith,
we definitely.
the whole foundation of it falls apart a little bit.
All that.
Well, Jesus was a kind of egalitarian.
Hebrew Israelite.
Mary
Come on
Magdalene
now.
was his partner. He had
Oh yeah.
Okay, but the church has to strip it all out. So to reduce women, look at every of these, like you said, monotheistic Western religions. The women are omitted from it. Jesus would not like that. Okay, that's not what he stood for. So it's been distorted. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't get together with a group of like-minded people and do good in your community. It's not the people at the lower levels of this that are the problem. It's the top of the hierarchy. But you have to look at where the twist is and where it's disempowering, and then unhook from that. So I'm not.
Yeah, it's twisted and disempowering. It is because they took someone else's culture and created their own and inserted themselves. If you look at that whole thing, they tried to emulate Egypt, but it was a demonic situation they had going on. It is in no way in comparison. A lot of their big cathedrals and different things like that were actually the goddesses' temples that they turned into, just like the Church of Notre Dame. It burnt to the ground. It's a matter of time. So yeah, Momi says, right, our people have been under spells, and epigenetics carry over has hampered us too. Yes, so the onion has 1,000 layers. We can only hit one at a time if we don't work together and keep our mind sharp. Yeah, it is.
And hold each other to a higher standard. That's
absolutely. Momi says, and hold each other, to a higher standard. Wayno says, salute. Peace, Wayno. Peace, peace, peace. Salute. Yes. Oh, it's a little after 10. Let's try to get through the last little bit. This is so good, the information. Let's go.
I'm not saying God, if you want to call it that, does not be this. Neither am
I. 100%. I'm not saying that either.
That's like saying, well, the iPhone just came into being by random forces of evolution and nature. No, someone made that product, okay?
Yeah.
And someone created,
and they made you. You hear?
Let's just take away God for a split second, right? And let's just talk to two humans, right? Endless space is more confusing to me, Max. We're just sort of like, okay, it just goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. That blows my mind as the fact that as a topical discussion that no one's talking about, because it does blow my mind. But when it comes to what you were saying about Jesus, I agree. I mean, he was exactly as you said. He was a very powerful individual. But the story behind it all is the one thing where it falls apart a little bit for me. And that doesn't, I'm not trying to take anything away, because I believe if Jesus was to come back now, he'd be a bit like, what are you all doing with these massive churches and that? Like this, like you've seen my hairdo and beard, okay? Hug a tree, okay? You want to worship me? Hug a tree, hug a cat, hug your mother, okay? Worship me through showing me that you learned from me, you know? And I'm not even a follower of Jesus, and I get it. Do you know what I mean?
But you see, Mama got to come up in every conversation. Mama is there. She was there from the beginning.
We have the Holy Grail on our body.
You got Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. That's supposed to be the woman. It's supposed to be Father, Mother, and the child.
Mm-hmm. That's what makes up the Ankh.
Exactly.
The Ankh is the man, woman, and child.
Yes. They
made it into a cross to symbolize two phalluses.
Exactly. That's whoa.
I mean,
yeah, man, blah, baby. Toe it down, okay? That's what that symbol is. Two phalluses.
Two phalluses, man.
Broke open the womb.
Never wear that on my body.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, order in the court. Order in the court. Well, I think we might should end right there.
Oh gosh.
Honey, let's see what else she got to say for a couple of minutes. Is Sub-Zero on yet?
I don't know. We got 7 minutes.
All right, boom, let's go.
But look, I feel like I kind of pulled us away from the Vatican a little bit quickly. I kind of triggered myself looking at this.
If you are hearing this prayer right now, know this. You are not here by accident. This
they got to flood it with ads.
I kind of interrupted you. Then we segue.
You gotta get his
waiting
coins.
for a moment to kind of pull us back into it.
You know it.
So
that's how they pay the bills.
This is very obviously big, scary serpent head, Max. You know, like, also, this is the outside of it. I wanted to show this.
Oh, let me
okay. Because, like, there's no way you can put this little thought to the outside of a building and then the inside of it turns out to look like a massive demonic snake head. It's right in front of us. I'm going to shut up, Max. I'm so sorry. Please continue with what you were saying about this, please.
Well, just that once you begin to see, you'll see the satanic symbology everywhere there. And what I'm telling you is they routinely brutalize and sacrifice children underneath to their true God, which is Lucifer. Even their telescope, it's an acronym, but it spells Lucifer. You know, I mean, you can't make this up. The symbols that you showed, all of it, the lineage, you know, where they come from, they all come from the same families. So, you know, the royals, there was a girl in America who did a school project, unwittingly found that I think almost all, maybe minus one of the US presidents were related way back, you know. So these are, there's a group of people that runs the world, and they call themselves elites. I'm just going to say this, and this may sound fantastic, but if you visualize the hierarchy of Earth as a pyramid, the people at the top of the pyramid are not human, okay? But they at some point bred with humans. And if you look at Greek mythology, all mythology is telling you real history. The demigods are the result, right, of the gods mating with human women. Yeah. So this, they created a level of humans to, you know, because they would come and go off the planet to kind of control things. And these elites don't mix their bloodlines. They're very proud. They think that they're special because they're hybrids, okay? So these are the people that run the planet and are, you know, the stewards of the ones above them that are not human.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, it's easy for us to look at this and go, oh, it's a bit snake-like. That looks like a big, scary reptilian alien. That's what that looks like to me. The widespread eyes and the mouth and the fangs and the big dominant forehead coming up. Whatever way you interpret this, doesn't look very holy. I'm not going to lie. The stained glass windows look all right, but the rest of it's a bit mad. And that's the first time I've seen this. And I don't understand why this is the first time I've seen this, Max. You know, I can't imagine it's because they're not shoving it in people's faces on the internet very much, because they'll go, why does that look like a massive lizard?
Yep. Well, you know, there's a combination of, so for example, one of the ways they do disclosure is through TV shows and movies. So The Matrix, Stranger Things, Blacklist, Fringe, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, The Simpsons. So they have to tell us, but they do it in such a way that that we don't notice. And with us survivors, what they hope is that people won't believe us and will think that we're crazy, and they can't believe that such things as I've described, the level of brutality of what they will do to children, people can't fathom it because, well, we have a heart and we're human. But we have to remember these people are not. They're not. They don't have the heart online. And so they just hope that everything comes out will not be believed, and, you know, then add the mind control and add that they've actually made the people that the normal human worships or looks up to are actually the worst people on the planet. Yeah. So they've inverted everything.
Yeah. And another thing, and I'm sorry to take you down this road again. In fact, you know what? Hang on, let me just take a note here. Hang on.
Look at that. You think all the people there don't see that? They don't know what that is.
I'll get to this point after this. This is a new Steven Spielberg movie, like Disclosure Day. Have you seen the adverts and things for this about humans? It's time that we all knew and all of this stuff. It kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies. And when you're talking about
Steven Spielberg movie,
and you put things out there through Hollywood.
Oh, shit.
I mean, Spielberg's been away for a while, and now he's coming back with a movie called Disclosure Day.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll be honest with you. There's a moment in it where a TV weather girl is taken over by an off-worlder, and she starts clicking and talking through this sort of very, how you would imagine like a wee beastie, like a wee insect would talk. Do you know what I mean? Like, and all this kind of clicky-clocky. Like, do you think that we are being prepared for something? Because these kind of movies and this kind of preparation from Hollywood.
Yeah, there's a couple of things. There's disclosure, so that, see, if we don't say no, it's considered implied consent, right? So there's that. Then there's predictive programming. So prior to the scamdemic, there were lots of movies that showed such things occurring, and so there's predictive programming, and as it goes into the subconscious, and then when the event that they are going to orchestrate hits the world stage, we've already got that in our subconscious, so that's called predictive programming. So it's a combination of all of the above. But with the consent thing, it's really important to revoke consent and compliance. So, because ultimately humans are the boots on the ground doing their dirty work. And so, for example, during this pandemic, if people had said, no, I will not put a thing over my nose and mouth, or no, I will not shut down my business, if en masse people had done that, then that would be us saying no and not consenting, and that would have been then the way it was. It wouldn't have occurred. Any kind of object, they will actually cut, like say a hole in the thigh and use that to.
Yeah. We don't have to go into detail.
Talking about babies.
I don't want to go into detail.
Yeah.
It's
No,
just acknowledging that.
This is a constant thing.
Yeah.
It's a constant thing.
And it's hard enough for people to get their head around normal PDF files. How messed up is it that we have to refer to one category as normal ones? Do you know how mad that in itself is? Sorry, I get really triggered. Okay, Ron is very passionate.
You should, honestly.
So the normal ones, right? The ones that just think kids can consent, right? That is the tip of the iceberg.
Tanya.
It gets so
Yes, Sub is alive.
And
I
don't want to ignore it, Max.
We're wrapping up.
It's ignoring it that allows it to continue, because when you create mythology out of reality, that becomes unstoppable, and it becomes this invincible thing. Because how do you destroy mythology? How can you destroy something that collectively we all have agreed cannot be happening?
So we are going to end there. It is happening, and no one's going to stop it except for the people.
Right. We have to rebuke it.
Yes.
Yeah, because if we stay silent about it and don't say anything, then we're consenting to it.
And we're sending this out in the spirit. That's to the bad boy, the bad guys out there. Don't take it lightly. Things happen in the spirit before they manifest. And on that note,
yeah. It's for the healers. It's for the thinkers. This for the men and women trying to love again. Scarberian Queens. Tanya 23 experience. Yummy Bula, let's talk. Scarberian Queens, we bringing truth to the scene. Not just opinions, we building solutions and dreams. From pain to purpose, yeah, we breaking old routines. Trying to heal black love, men and women in between. Scarberian Queens, let the ancestors speak. Motherly laws bring the village back to the streets. We ain't here to fight, we here to teach and to reach what we can rise together, soul to soul, heart to beat. It's the Tanya 23 experience, voice of the mothers, trying to stop us from seeing each other as enemies, brothers. Some of us hurt, some of us tired, some of us only know survival, not desire. I seen mamas cry, I seen aunties pray, I seen grandmas hold the family together every day. So why we forget where the love come from? Why we treat each other like we already done? We here to remind you, not judge your pain, not point fingers but break them chains. Men need nurture, women need respect, and both need healing, not toxic effects. Scarberian Queens, we bringing truth to the scene. Not just opinions, we building solutions and dreams. From pain to purpose, yeah, we breaking old routines. Trying to heal black love, men and women in between. Scarberian Queens, let the ancestors speak. Motherly laws bring the